Today, on Be Something Wonderful, the ultimate creative act to shift instantly to your imagined reality. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Powerful video. I want to talk about this really fun session that I had yesterday with a client, and we got in this whole discussion about what is the ultimate technique, the ultimate reality creation process to shift or manifest your desired reality instantly. And what I reminded her of is that, remember that reality is nothing more or less than your experience of it. That's what reality is. So when you change your experience of reality, you change reality instantly. I want to hit this idea because we covered this. Remember, you're having a horizontal linear experience. Creation's finished. The script is written. All those possibilities exist in this eternal moment of here and now. But what you're experiencing is this present frame and this idea of what you want in the future and what you believe you experienced in the past, but they're all past. In other words, they're all already created. They all already exist in potential. So what you're calling your past is the past. What you're calling the present is the present past. What you're calling the future is the future past. You can remember it, recall, imagine any of these frames or realities right now. They all exist, right? There is no past, present, and future. But if you want to think of it, they all exist in that sort of ancient past of the eternity archive, all in potential. So whether you are remembering something from the past, seeing something in the present, or imagining something in the future, you are experiencing it now. You're recreating it now. You are perceiving it now through your current concept of yourself, your assumptions about you and your reality. So, and remember, your experience is reality, all of it. So creation's finished, the script's written, but you're replaying a film roll from the Eternity Film Archive and watching it and experiencing it like it's the first time. Remember, you exist in all realities. You exist in all identities. You exist in all potential memories. So you're really experiencing them all. But when you decide who you are in this present moment, in this present slide or frame, decide your identity and your relationship to reality, that changes all time. That determines your experience in all realities. So you're watching a film roll or a film roll from that archive, and you're watching it like it's the first time, like you're experiencing it the first time. That new experience of already what happened, what already has happened, or is happening, or will happen, and already exists. Like the first time. That's powerful. We're going to get to this idea today and more. So whether it's the past, present, or future, how you experience it now is the only reality. And that experience changes realities in all time. Do you see it? That linear experience is always changing depending on who you are, who you say you are right now. It not only changes the present and the future, it changes the past. You come with a new horizontal past that makes sense to who you're being now as you stand in that vertical. But that experience, that horizontal experience already exists in potential in that Eternity Film Roll archive, right? So it's the past, the present past, the future past. It already exists here. But when you decide who you are now, you're re-experiencing it. Hear this film roll archive, this film roll that already exists from a different perspective, from a different viewpoint. You, as all that is, are experiencing that same creation that's already finished from a different vantage point, a different viewpoint, a different perspective. And that's what creates the experience of infinity expanding. It's finished, but it's also expanding at the same time. You experience that same thing that you've already experienced in a different way, from a different vantage point, from a different viewpoint, from who you decide you are right now. We're going to get into it today like we never have before. Remember, there's no reality apart from your experience of it. In other words, there's no out there. There's no objective reality out there. It's your experience of it that determines your reality. That's all of it. Your experiencing itself is reality. You are reality. You are all that is, experiencing and contemplating yourself, right? Therefore, who you say you are creates or manifests your entire life experience or your experience of reality. So when you change your experience, you change your reality. When? Instantly. Do you see it? So when you change your experience right now, that changes reality, right? That physical unfolding unfolds in what we call a linear experience. But it changes it right now. Your experience is reality. It changes it right now. That's why Jesus asked his disciples over and over again, but who do you say I am? Don't get defined by the conditions or the people or events and circumstances or your changing thoughts and feelings. You define it. It's not defined by manifested conditions. It's not defined by your changing thoughts and feelings. It's not defined by the changing people or events. It's not defined by other people's experiences, what they have experienced, what's going on in their life, what they have manifested. You decide that by answering that question. That's powerful. So that's why the most powerful reality-bending process or technique you could ever embody, this is what we talked about yesterday, is to see reality the way you would like it to be, not as it appears to be. Because that changes everything. That means you're creating your experience of reality, and that's reality. No matter what the appearances are. You get to give the meaning. You get to determine what your experience of it is, and that changes those appearances. That changes those conditions. How you imagine, how you assume, how you affirm it, how you see it. See it the way you would like it to be. Imagine it the way you would like it to be. Assume it the way you would like it to be. Affirm it the way you would like to see it, not as it appears to be. When you do, appearances change because your experience changed. You see it? And your experience is reality. It's all of it. So when you change your experience, the appearances must change, right? You become the mover of appearances versus being moved by them, right? It's not about the changing manifested conditions, appearances, and outcomes. Rather, it's about imagining, assuming, affirming you are that which you desire to be no matter what. Do you see it? We make reality creation, this whole idea about the changing conditions or the appearances or the outcomes. But the game of life it's in the imagining, it's in the assuming, it's in the affirming, it's in the experience. It's in the seeing things the way you want to see it. That's the game. Be that person you desire to be. See reality as you would like to see it. Or would you like it to be? Because that's your preferred experience anyway. That's your preferred reality anyway. Do you see it? That changes the changing outcomes, right? Regardless of the changing outcomes, be the person you want to be. Imagine you're that person you want to be. See things the way you want to see them. See others the way you would like to see them, no matter what the changing outcomes or conditions are. Because that's your preference. And when you do, those changing outcomes change into your preference. They must, because because your experience is reality. Again, be that person you desire to be. See reality as you would like it to be, because that's your preference. That's your preferred reality, regardless of the changing outcomes. And that's what moves appearances. That's powerful today. We've talked about that. That's the meaning, or what it means, when spiritual gurus refer to the idea of the game of life, like Florence Scovel Shen. It's not about the appearances, the conditions, and the outcomes. Those are always changing. So the game of life's not about those. It's about imagining you are the person you desire to be. And reality is what you would like it to be, no matter what the temporary conditions and outcomes that are appearing. That's how to play the game of life. That's the true meaning of non-attachment. Let go of the changing conditions. Let go of the changing appearances and the changing outcomes. And play the imagination game. Right? Your experience of reality is reality, not the changing outcomes. You can let those go. Your experiencing is reality. You see it? That's the game of life. That's powerful. That's what Florence Scovel Shinn and the other spiritual greats are talking about. Right? It's powerful. So the ultimate outcome, remember, the ultimate outcome is assured. Absolute fulfillment no matter what. That's who you are. Right? The changing outcomes don't determine that. The changing appearances don't determine that. You are here in the physical experience to experience the fulfillment that you are and always have been, as all that is, from infinite viewpoints, infinite vantage points, infinite perspectives. That fulfillment exists, will always exist. You're here to experience, to remember it, to imagine it, to see it the way you want to see it. That's the game of life. Creation's finished. All outcomes are possible and exist. But there are infinite ways to experience yourself as reality. And those experiences are how all that is knows itself as all that is and creates the experience of becoming more. Hear this. Do you see it? It's all finished. It's all done. It's all there in potential. All possibilities already exist. You get to re-experience that because remember, you live already in all experiences. Like it's the first time from your current identity or perspective or viewpoint. And that creates a new experience. That's how reality expands. That's how it becomes more. That's why doubt makes no sense. That's why seeing or imagining reality in any other way than the way you would like it to be makes no sense. Wow, that's powerful. So, when you choose who you are, seeing and imagining yourself as you would like to be, seeing and imagining reality as you would like it to be, you change your experience of reality. And therefore, reality changes. Because your experience of reality is reality, all of it, in all time. And this is what Neville Goddard and other spiritual teachers talked about, the idea of revision. But really, what is revision versus imagining? Revising, when we revise the past to the present, we're seeing and imagining what you believe to have happened or is happening the way you would like it to happen or the way you would like it to be happening. That's what revision is. In other words, it's being that version that you desire to be and seeing reality the way you would like it to be, past, present, or future. Right? We call it revision when we're seeing the past as we would have liked it to be, or seeing the present conditions happening as we would like them to happen. We're revising it. Or we're imagining the future as we would like it to be. But all of this is revising reality in all time. In other words, it's creating a new experience of all that is that already exists. You're seeing all that is, or creation, from a different vantage point, from a different viewpoint. You're moving to that reality, that alternative. You're not truly changing anything. You're moving to the alternative parallel reality where it's already changed, where it's a different option, a different outcome, a different experience. And you're experiencing it again like it's the first time. Because you exist in all realities. All frames, all identities, all realities, all possible events exist here and now. So you're either seeing and imagining what you believe to have happened or to be happening the way you would have liked it to happen or the way you would like it to be happening, and imagining things how you would like them to be or how you would like reality to be, or you're not, or you're recreating, right? You're looking at the appearances, you're looking at the conditions, you're looking at the people, events, and circumstances around you, and you're allowing those to determine who you are, allowing those to determine what your reality or what your experience is. Do you see it? When you do this, when you revise and imagine things how you would like them to be, when you imagine a future as you would like it to be, Now you're creating the experience when instantly right now. And that in your experiencing is reality. It's the only reality. So when you change your experience, you change reality. Wow, that's powerful. All frames, all identities, all possibilities. So all of it exists here and now to be revised, to be remembered, to be imagined and experienced, or to be allowed to return to the field of infinite potential, with which you are one and of which you are made. Do you see it? So this linear experience, think about the orange that surrounds that is you as I am awareness. That awareness, within that awareness are all possibilities, and that linear experience is always changing by how you define who you are as that awareness. It changes the present, it changes your linear past, and it changes your linear future. It changes all time from this present moment. Who do you say I am? The answer to that question creates your entire experience of reality here and now. And your experience of reality is reality. Do you see it? Past, present, and future. That's powerful. That's why seeing things, imagining things, assuming things, affirming things, whether it's past, present, or future, how you would like them to be, or how you would have liked them to be, or how you will like them to be, creates that right now, creates the experience right now, and experience is the only reality. Imagination is the only reality. Your awareness of being is the only reality. Wow, that's powerful. That's the ultimate creative act, to shift instantly to your imagined reality. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. For joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin. For joining us on TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and our membership channel, where we have several videos we just released over the last 2 or 3 weeks. We also did a live stream at the end of December. We have another live event scheduled to be broadcast on the membership channel at the end of this month, 2 weeks from now, Sunday morning, January 28th, 2024 at 9 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Coast Standard Time. I'm going to come to you live, answering your questions and hitting topics that you've been sending to me through the email at info@besomethingwonderful.com. Keep sending your topics and things you want to hear more about to info@besomethingwonderful.com. If you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, there's a link below. Check it out. Creators, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom in the studios here at Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas. Until next time, we'll see you soon.